Hello and good morning. Well, you might not be watching it in the morning, so I probably shouldn't say good morning. But this is our January instalment of the Social Media Essentials Club, where Kate gives you a hot tip for the coming month, and I share with you some dates that might be of use for your social media. So, Kate, do you want to kick us off with your top tip?
Yeah, we've been talking about it a little bit, haven't we? So it's not necessarily about a social media platform or anything like that, but it's just some thoughts around um, planning and things that you can do in your business in January. So there'll be some people that will be incredibly busy in January, and those people are probably likely to be in the health and wellness industry as everybody decides that they need to kickstart something. They could be an estate agent, people decide they're going to move house, things like that, or maybe that things haven't gone quite so well over Christmas and that they're not going to be together anymore. And then things like if you're in the parent arena and you have got classes where you book for a term and things like that, once Christmas is done, all of these people will then go, I've got brain space. I can now think about what it is that I want to do in the new year. And that's why all these industries will probably be busy. So if that's you, then you need to make sure that you've got a little bit of a plan in place and try and make sure that you are capitalizing on all of those people that will be looking for those things. So if you've got any paid budget, make sure that you're ready to spend that because that's probably where you're going to get a lot of return on your investment. And then
Or
we'll
bang
have
for your
people
buck?
bang for your bucks. That's your favorite thing, isn't it? Um, then we're going to have the flip side to that. So then we're going to have all the businesses that maybe aren't quite so busy, where they have a little bit of downtime. And so that's still an opportunity to maybe improve your visibility, ready for when you know that you are going to be busy. Um, do you know when you're going to be busy or not? Are you a new business and actually you're not quite sure what months are you busiest? So maybe go back and look over your figures and try and understand how your business works and where the highs and lows are. And then just try and do some stuff that you won't have time to do when you're busy. So that might be a little bit of a social media spring clean. It could be that you have a look at your website. It could be that you decide to write a couple of blogs. It could be that you do your tax return. There's loads and loads of things that you could be doing in your business when you're quiet, to allow you to plan. We might do a bit of a 7 day challenge. So if you're interested in that, we'll let you know more details on it. So yeah, it's really just a little bit about planning, because like I say, two different types of people, the ones where they're going to be mega busy because people are ready to go and they want to do something new for 2024, and then the other side where you've probably been busy throughout Christmas and now it's going to be a little bit quieter.
So the other thing that you could do is book one of our strategy sessions, which is 499, and that will well and truly set you up for the year ahead. We can promise you that. And probably just put down on paper some of the things that you've perhaps been thinking about for a while, but not had the time to action. Look at the dates that are coming up and things like that. So I know, like a lot of hospitality businesses will be a lot quieter, obviously in January in comparison to what they are before Christmas. And then, I suppose the first big date is probably Valentine's Day in the middle of February. So it's all gearing up for them. So I will now go through some of the dates that we've got on the list, and then we'll talk to you a little bit about this in case you would like one in the post. So January, we do a lot of people do dry January or veganuary. Um, Probably do dry January. I don't think I could do veganuary. Um, I just haven't got the headspace to then think about what I could and couldn't eat. I'd probably be better at doing like a vegetarian January rather than vegan. But yeah, vegan just feels like a step too far with milk and eggs and cheese and all of those kind of things. So obviously the 1st of January is a Monday this year, and that is New Year's Day, and will be a bank holiday throughout the country. Scotland, those lucky people in Scotland also get the 2nd, which is the Tuesday, whereas everybody else will, I'm sure, rush back into work. Although it's a little bit funny with the school's holidays this year. So I'm not sure if it's the same where you are, but ours don't go back until like the 8th or 9th of January, which just feels like a really long time after Christmas. And I don't know about you, but I just don't want to spend money in January. So what I'm going to do to fill their time and occupy them in that week, I don't know. Maybe it'll just all be about downtime
I'll
and
bad planning on
iPads.
my part because I've got a child with a birthday on the 5th of January. So that
He's very
always
happy
seems,
that he's not at school.
yes. But that always seems to hit us. Well, and it had to be organised for that because the first year we did very nearly not have a present for him, like just because we hadn't thought about like the bank holidays and stuff. So yeah.
So the 5th of January is also the 12th night. So if you haven't got your Christmas tree down, you need to have it down by then. For me, I want it down on New Year's Day, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't, in fairness, if I go away, sometimes we go to Cornwall for New Year, I always make sure it's down before we go so that I don't have to come back to it. But yeah, I tend to get pretty bored of it pretty quickly and just want my house back to normal and it all cleaned and that kind of that New Year thing is like a fresh start, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah. The 6th is Cuddle Up Day. So I think that'll be a Saturday this year. So yeah, maybe you can cuddle up on the sofa and watch something on the TV. The 8th is Bubble Bath Day. I like that one. That's why I don't often have a bubble bath. But maybe I'll have one on the 8th. I think it'll be a Monday.
But
Um,
maybe you can go into like other things on that as well. So like bubble bath conjures thoughts of relaxation, doesn't it? So it's like it doesn't necessarily
yeah.
need to be it's bubble bath day. It could be what do you do to relax or something like that, just in terms of getting to know your audience.
And
Or
a lot of
bath or
people then
shower.
don't even have, yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I was going to say. A lot of people don't even have baths in the house anymore. Or probably wouldn't be able to tell you the last time that they had a bath. Mine will have been a good couple of months ago. I probably had one this year, but not recently.
Don't
The
repeat
10th
that. I've only had
is
one bath this year.
had plenty of showers. The 10th is National Cut Your Energy Cost Day. I don't know about you, but I think it's probably done us all good, the energy crisis, because it has made us think a lot more about turning the heating on and just being a little bit more sensible about it. Whereas we probably had just got a little bit flippant in leaving the heating on all the time and all of those kind of things.
Lights.
Albeit, yeah, lights as well. Um, Also on the 10th is National House Plant Appreciation Day. Got this little house plant down here. Um, so yeah, so if you're into houseplants, it's a real big thing now. It's a real fashion thing. I think it's like Haig and all of that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And obviously, we do some work with a garden centre close to us, and they've got a beautiful large houseplant section. So we will definitely
Well,
be
and
doing
they
something
can
about
never keep
Houseplant
that
Appreciation
full.
Day.
Yeah, they can never keep it
No,
full. Like literally, the plants come in and they're just gone.
although I did go to mum's the other day, and in a kitchen, she's must have 10 orchids all on the kitchen thing. Like they're in hibernation now or whatever. But I was like, oh, really need not to buy you another orchid at any point going forward. The 15th of January is Blue Monday. So this is supposed to be the most depressing day of the year. So I think it's the day where you're most likely to have like forgot about your New Year's resolutions and all of that jazz. Think it's when
Had your
everybody,
credit card bill.
yeah, have your credit card bill so you know what you owe for Christmas. Potentially, it's the day that you're going to phone the solicitor to start your divorce proceedings and those kind of things. So it's just dull all the way around. But I think the Samaritans have taken this on. board, haven't they? And don't they say it's Brew Monday? So
Yeah.
about just having a cup of tea or coffee with somebody and making sure that they're okay and checking in on people.
But I think initially it was like a bit of a marketing ploy that's kind of stuck. So I think it was a holiday company or something like that in America that kind of named it as Blue Monday, and we're trying to get people to kind of just say, book your holiday. Um, and yeah, they've done that. Got nice and blurry, haven't I? Yeah.
Um, the 18th is popcorn day. So you could do something about cinemas or those kind of things. What's everybody's favourite snack? Salted or sugared or a mix. I'm sure there's lots of different things that you can do there. 23rd is National Handwriting Day. So you do see some people, like calligraphy is like an old
Yeah.
art now. Not very many people do that. Um, we have handwritten all of our Christmas cards. So again, that's
Wow.
possibly something
You
that,
have, not we.
well, I'm about 2/3 of the way through them. So let's not just say that I've done it quite yet, but I am very nearly there. And I think there's just something quite nice about receiving something that's handwritten rather than it would have been so much easier to print them and to just send them. But I think you possibly would open it and just think, oh, that's nice. But think with something that's possibly handwritten, you maybe think a little bit more to it. But I may or may not be wrong, or right, or whatever that should have been. The 25th is Burns Night. So is it Neeps and Tatties? And all those Scottish traditions. And on the 28th, it is Lego Day. And that is all of your dates for January. So at the start, I just showed you our little calendar. We have produced a calendar for the for 2024. It's gone out to lots of our clients and lots of people that are on our list. But if you haven't received one in the post and would like one, then just drop us an email to hello@pieceofcakemarketing.co.uk with your address, and we will pop one in the post for you. And so I think that that is everything for January. Don't
Oh,
forget to join our Facebook group.
which has changed. So just to say that we have moved from our smaller group to a larger group. So there is a notification in the existing group to tell you where to go. So just double check that and make sure that you're in the other group with us.
And so if you've got any questions, then feel free to pop them in there. And then all for us to say is have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if you're watching this before the start of January. And yeah, prosperous January.
Oh, I know what we could finish with. We could finish with, so we all chose 3 words, didn't we? So we've chosen 3 words for
Yes.
2024, which was really quite useful. So that's something that maybe you could also do. If you're quiet, just sit and think about what 3 words are going to set your intentions for 2024. It's a good one to do. So yes, have a good Christmas, and we will see you in January when we will talk about February.